Recording or what?
What's up, YouTube? We're back. This is my boy Phill. He's a theist. So through this conversation, if it starts to get heated, my friendship's more important than a conversation. So it will be cut short if need be. But we're just here to have a conversation. So, my first question, what do you believe and why?
All right, growing up Catholic from the very beginning, all the way through high school, going through Catholic school and all that jazz, I was led to believe one thing. Did I learn something? Yes, I did. Have I expanded my horizons after that? Of course I have.
Cool.
So, basically, my basis that I still follow through would still be being a Catholic. I'm praying to my saints. I still truly believe in that. I witnessed enough in my lifetime to understand that I do have a guardian angel or somebody that I could pray to, as in the symbolism of a saint. So I know a lot of people don't believe in, but it's helped me, and so that's where I stand.
Cool. Why should I believe?
You gotta have hope. I mean,
I have hope in a lot of things.
we do, and you're awfully. Oh, let's see. How do you say that? You're disappointed a lot with that, you know. But this is one thing. I think if you put your heart into it, your mind into it, that it does prove itself. I mean, I can't show you. I mean, it's been shown to me. It's been proven to me. And until it happens to you, you just got to put faith, you know. And faith is kind of a broad area,
I have a big issue with faith. Can you...
What's your problem with faith? What's your issue with faith, I should say?
Faith is the excuse people give when they don't have a reasonable answer for something. So with faith, I see it this way. You can believe blacks are superior to white people just on faith. Like, that's what they believe. So if you could have something bad and you could have something good, how do you determine what's right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's all up into the individual. Faith is what you truly believe. If that's what you believe, well, and you put 100% into it, well, then that's all you. And if it works somehow, that's going to work out for you. But you got to put 100% into it. If not, it's not worth believing in.
There's other people that believe 100% that killing is the best thing for them. So that's still another thing that's wrong, that they have all their faith in, and it's still two different things. Like, one's we consider really bad, and you consider the best thing.
But you're basing that on judging of what you've been taught of what's right and wrong. They've been killings and mass slaughters and whatnot and genocides and whatnot for a long time, and they believe that was good.
Yes.
So it's what you're putting it into. It's not what we're taught now. What it is. So faith is what you truly believe in. If it's what you truly believe in, then it's right.
I could see your point.
I mean, I don't really truly believe in that either, but you got to understand where somebody's coming from, what they're putting themselves into.
Right. I do. I want the truth, no matter what it is. If there's a God, that's all well and good. I just want the evidence, and I just want to know for sure. And everything that I've studied, I've looked into this God, I don't see how it could be.
Well, the problem is you're going off these books that it's being rewritten. So the people that they want you to, from their point of view, their perspective, and they're doing it all wrong. These books are changing and changing and changing.
Exactly.
They're so far off of what it started from. Yeah, you're gonna feel that way. Like, how am I supposed to believe that?
Exactly.
And you're not gonna be able to from keep reading other people's books. Does it help you understand? Yes. I mean, that's education in your mind.
Okay.
That's somebody else's point of view, which you got to hear, and then decide for yourself. Obviously, you're a smarter person. You're just not gonna write, oh, this book said it. It's in the book. It's printed.
Exactly.
I mean, that's it.
Exactly.
And that's what other people are wrong, because that's what they're doing. You know, you have several books over here. And that's what you got to constantly do.
So how do you determine which is right?
My own research is like the same with you. Research, education. I speak to a lot of older people who have other enlightenment for you. You know, I mean, you have to listen to other people.
Yes.
And you got to understand and know who to listen to. There's other people that could just talk and ramble and just BS all day long. They're gonna wear you out, and they're gonna fill your mind with a bunch of stuff, and you don't need to rent that space to them. You know, and you know when you hear a good thing. You know what I mean? If you're a smarter person, you're doing your research, your education, you're gonna know who's making a point and where they're coming from. It's all about education and research, and it's never gonna end. Our education is gonna never end till we die.
That's the biggest reason I miss my grandma, because I grew up, it was just me, my mom, my brothers, my grandma, my dad. That's it. And when my parents were at work, I was with my grandma. So she would read me. We would read the Bible together, and she would always ask me. After we would read it, she would ask me, "Does that make sense to you?" Or "Do you believe that?" Or she would never tell me what to believe.
It wasn't a push.
No, never.
See, to me, it was more of a push.
Okay.
Did I sit there and listen? Did I learn? Yes. When I got older, did I start questioning things? Oh, yeah. But did I have a foundation to build from?
Yes.
Whether I moved from there or not. Did I? Not so far off, but I made it for myself now.
Okay.
You know, like...
That's respectable. Why is this one wrong? Why do you think this one's wrong? The Quran.
I honestly can't say it's wrong.
Okay.
I wasn't raised from the beginning like I was being a Catholic. I don't fully understand everything there is. I know what the basis of it, and it even has a lot to do with our religion and whatnot, but you know, I wasn't really completely educated on it like I was for 18 years, or was it, 12 years of school, you know what I mean? So if I had that much knowledge in that one, I'd probably understand a lot more of it.
Do you think you would be a Muslim if you were raised that way? Or do you think you would still come back to being a Catholic?
I don't know. I like to truly know what I've learned and understand and accept for myself. I like to follow. I mean, I'm not going to up and trade sides. I'm not going to forget both of them,
right? Because
I've learned both things. So I don't know if I understood it more. If I had a person I sat down and explained a lot of questions I had about the book, maybe I'd understand more. And I know I don't knock it. It's just something I really don't know fully about. So it's not something I'm just going to fall into and say, oh, no, these guys are right. They're, half the earth this is the book they follow. Yeah. So that's just not something I'm going to fall into.
I get that.
I don't have the education for it.
Do you have any questions for me? Anything you want to know?
Okay, We'll start with. We'll go back to faith. We'll start there.
Okay.
No faith in religion.
I don't think there's anything in the church or with religious people that myself as a secular humanist can't do. Like, our secular humanist charities, same as Christian ones. We go give food to the homeless. We do everything the church does without asking them to sit through a sermon. We do it because we care more about the humanity of it, about other people, than saying, hey, come to my church and do this. Does that make sense?
So you're saying, like, in the church, if you don't do this, or if you do this, it makes you a better person. This, you're just doing it all by yourself without having to answer or expect something from somebody else.
Right.
Okay. So my next question would be, you don't have to believe in the Holy Spirit or anything, but do you believe in a higher power?
I honestly don't think so. I haven't seen any kind of evidence saying that there was.
But who says there has to be evidence?
Well, how would we know if there's not?
That's the thing, we don't. But
we don't.
But you ultimately have to believe, to myself, there's something greater out there. Whether you're talking about other life forms throughout the universe, I mean, you'd have to be damn naive to believe that we're the only ones out here.
Oh, of course.
Okay?
There's something.
There's ultimately something bigger, greater than what we are.
But why? Why does there have to be?
Because there's always going to be. If you don't strive to be greater than yourself, then what are we pushing for? If somebody's not already achieved that, and that's what you're looking forward to,
but that's
and more of an enlightenment, like the Buddhists or somebody,
uh-huh.
They're always reaching for that higher position, looking for that higher answer.
That's to make themselves a better person.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So it doesn't mean that your higher power has to be a specific thing. It's what you're looking in for. That's what I'm saying. A higher power, like within it could be your inner self that you haven't reached down and touched yet to make you that greater person. You're a good person, but what's going to make you that great person?
If you're talking about that, my kids are that. I want to be the best person I can for them, to make them be the best they can be, so their kids can be better and their kids can be better, so the human race can be better. So if you want me to say my higher power is the human race, I could be okay with that. Striving and being the best they can be. That would be my answer.
All right. I remember for a long time, I figured that karma was almost a greater thing than religion. Because you can believe so much in religion, you can pray this and that. And I don't know if it's just a word that we just use, and it's an explanation for what happens to us. But it seems to be more absolute than.
What do you mean, karma?
Yeah. Or is it something in your mindset?
I think that's what it is. As humans, we seek patterns. We're a pattern-seeking creature. So we see patterns even when there's not a pattern there. So
because our mind's built that way or made that way now. Trained, I should say.
Evolved that way.
There you go. Because I remember a long time, I almost had to give up because I was like, well, I already know this is going to happen. If I do something this is going to be the result. Does that not follow through religion?
What do you mean?
Like, maybe in a Catholic, I have standards, the commandments and whatnot and everything I'm supposed to follow.
Okay.
And if I don't do that, I know I'm going to be struck down. Or led to believe I'm going to be struck down. Would that be not a form of like karma, or that'd be explaining what that is for somebody else that's not in the same religion as me?
I don't know, because I don't follow those those commandments, and I'm not always like, I'm not always in a hard time. Like, I'm human. Yes, I'm going to be in a hard time sometimes. But because I don't follow the 10 Commandments or anything, I'm not worse off for it. So what do you mean?
No, I really lost faith in my religion for a long time because I knew my karma was absolute. For some reason, it was embedded in my head that I can believe totally in this, and I really, that's one thing I really don't like consider myself a Catholic anymore, because I watch people ask and pray for something. You can't ask for something. Like people will pray for a new car. This car's dead. Please give me a new car, or please give me this, or please allow me to Instead, you should be asking, give me the strength to allow me to accomplish this. But instead, they go the other route and just ask for it straight up. And so I just lost it all, and I just knew my karma, by the definition of it, was absolute. So I really started watching everything I did because I could almost count on it, guaranteed. So I changed a lot of stuff of what I was doing, changed my ways, how I spoke to people, how I interacted with people and whatnot. And I didn't do things. A lot of people do things. They give out money, or they do like charity work and whatnot. They expect the karma, just like, say they're going out doing church goods. Well, the Lord's going to provide me because I did this for them. That's not true.
Well, I believe that, but you believe it a different way. So what do you mean?
If that's what you believe, you're just doing good things. You should never expect anything back. I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, what you put in, they say, is what you get back.
But that's what I do. I do things because I want other people to be as happy as I am.
But do you expect them to make you happy when you're done?
No.
Because
I don't.
But I'll give you a good percentage of people do believe that.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of faith or religion is going completely wrong, because they're expecting. No, you got to put in work just for yourself.
Yes, that's another thing that bothers me with religion is going to heaven, or exactly what you were saying. They do something because they want to go to heaven, or they treat this life like a test run. Like, it doesn't matter what I do now, as long as I get to heaven, I'll be a better person. And I don't see how that makes this life. This is the only life we absolutely guarantee we have. So why not make this one the absolute best? And if there's a heaven, bonus.
No.
But make this one the best. That's why I'd rather stay home and hang out with my kids than go do anything outside. Or take the kids outside and go hang out with them. Hang out with family. Hang out with friends. Do stuff to make them better. And not worry about afterlife. I don't know. Maybe you could shed light on how religious people feel about that.
I'll give you an example. My parents. To me, I think they're the most horrible people.
Okay.
We haven't spoken in close 4 years, almost 5 years. Are they at church every week, several times a week? Are they in every production, whatever it is, through the church? Are they donating so much money? They got a plaque on the wall. Yeah, they do all that. Have they ever I could honestly say they never really been there for me. If I had a question, they didn't know how to answer it. Like, I did come out different from my brothers and sisters. This is another thing that turned me off from the whole Catholic thing too, because they go there all the time and they're part of this, they're part of that, and because I was just a little bit different, or because I was able to question something, they just, oh, you're wrong. Why? Because I questioned it? I just didn't automatically give in to what you said?
Exactly.
No. You know, and for a long time, I know my father read a lot of books, but if you just stick to what your one mind frame, what is all that reading doing for you? Just so you can have a conversation and blurt out some smart shit to somebody?
Exactly.
If somebody that knows you just look foolish, you know.
Exactly.
How are you able to go to church every day and do all this fundraising and whatnot, and you know, I got burnt alive, and you can't make one phone call? I was in the hospital for a month and had to, I had to start my life over. Mm-hmm. Not one phone call. Not say, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I at least sent you a prayer. You know how many people I had from every religion say prayers from every religion. And that's another thing. Like, I know there's no way I could be doing this one. No way I could look this good for how bad I was, without people truly believing or having faith in their religion and knowing that may help somebody. And then that's what kind of brought me back too, because I gave up. So who wants to walk around like Freddy Krueger? You know what I mean? But I had so many people come in, even if they just like you said, you want somebody to do better. They, like, whatever it was, what do you need? It's not like, just a visit was just so much. Just to have somebody say, like, there's gotta be, Lord, this and that, you're doing so well. You know, you're strong, this and that. And I had to believe that not only my own strength, but having them believe in me as well. And their God and whatnot had to help me. For whatever greater purpose I have from here on out, I don't know.
The one thing that I'm glad you're doing well now. Like,
well as could be, we'll put it that way.
The one thing that I don't want to say angers me, but you were saying all that stuff about the prayers and everything. Not once did you say thank you to the doctors that helped you.
No, that's my first thing, but we're still on the religion thing, so I didn't. That was my fault. I should have said that, but yeah, we're lucky to have, I guess, one of the greater, how do you say that? The NC or whatever, the intensive care units for fire. We actually in the state, even there, people from Arizona and other places, they come here. I was very, very fortunate. Very fortunate.
Yeah, I've been here.
Mm-hmm. And it's at UNM of all places.
Well, UNM is like number one in. I'm not saying you're wrong about urgent care. I don't know about urgent care, but I know ER.
The intensive care unit. Yeah.
Oh, is that same thing? Yeah, that I know they're number one. That, and I think cancer and heart is like almost number one or number two or something like that. We don't have a lot going in New Mexico, but we save people.
Oh yeah. and they did a good job, and I was so out of it. I don't do any of those kind of drugs. One, and they had me so doped out, I was running my mouth all crazy. I made it rough on them, but just because we're on this subject, it was just amazing that the people that I didn't even think would ever reach out to me or whatnot, or even think about me, or even want to be able to put a prayer out, or you know, it was from everybody, from like Catholics, Christians, Mormons. I mean, everybody could, you know what I mean? And it was kind of wild that, you know, it made me realize I got to come back to, even if it's just not my faith, just a higher, greater greater thing, like I was saying, greater power. Like there's something bigger out there than me, obviously.
But you said you pray to saints and stuff too.
Yes, I do.
That I never understood. My brother's Catholic also. When we talk, he doesn't really say anything about saints or anything. You want to get into that a little bit?
Yeah, I think. Well, obviously, if you read the Bible, there's people that have been placed in positions.
Okay.
And obviously, you like to think that God or Jesus or if that's what you believe in can account for everything. I guess the way I was taught and the way I understood and learned it. This is the specific person we're going to go to. And that was the call of duty he was placed on him. So that's what he's going to help everybody else with. He or she. And, there's been people that have become saints in real life, like actually in our time, that just really made themselves so. They really put themselves into it where they became like. How do you say that? It's really just a higher person. And so now we look up to them. So like I said, it's like a higher power. Just they put so much into it they're willing to put out everything they have for you, no matter what it is. Everything I have, this is for you. And so this is why I believe we pray to them and ask them for help. I don't demand anything or anything, but if they could, I've always asked for guidance. I'm probably still going to choose what I'm going to do anyway. I've always known right from wrong. But if I can help understand something a little bit better or a little bit more guidance or something before I even do it, so I can contemplate it a little bit more,
mm-hmm.
I mean, it helps. So, and it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just embedded in me, I don't know, but I still just believe in saints, and I think they were placed there to help you, just like you said. You're here to help everybody else. I mean, did you really decide that on yourself? Or do you think you were led to believe you're this better person? And here you are. Now you're placed in this position.
I don't know. I never thought about that.
See what I'm getting? You know what I mean? A lot of these people, they didn't know that they're calling, but I'm just gonna follow the faith. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and all of a sudden, here you go. This is you.
I'll think about that. You said you know the difference between right and wrong.
Oh yeah.
How do we get our morality? How do we know what's right and what's wrong?
What is truly right or wrong?
Exactly.
If you follow our history as it's been told or written to us, you can't decipher anything. You got to decipher yourself. Basically, now where we're living with our laws,
mm-hmm.
you know what's right or wrong, because am I going to get in trouble for this, or am I going to be okay?
Exactly.
And so there's no right. It's what you're accountable for.
That's what I believe. But every other religious person I've met doesn't think like you do.
No. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate.
It is, exactly. They think their morality comes from the book.
I mean, it's a guideline. I mean, you can definitely use it. But if you really read through the book and see what's really going on, oh yeah. We would be running free reign out here.
Yeah, I think that too.
You know what I mean? You think Albuquerque's a mess now? It would be pure chaos if you let all these Catholics or Christians to do that, you know? And they almost do anyway.
Yes. Why do you think that they believe that, though? I know we can't talk for anybody else, but...
Education.
You think so?
Education.
I think so, too.
And you know, if you're not broadening somebody's thoughts, if you're just feeding them one thing, well, then that's all they're gonna know.
Exactly.
I mean, you gotta be saying, just like you said, like when your grandma taught you or read you the book. What do you believe? Do you believe
Exactly.
Nobody does that with people. They say, "This is what you're." We show up in church, stand up, sit down. This is not boom. Here it is. Go out there, and this is what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
The sheep.
Mm-hmm. Shepherd.
Mm-hmm. And that's all they're doing. Is it not a bad thing? No, I mean maybe they're, but it turns into a bad thing because later on they misconstrued of what that idea is.
Exactly.
And so it really gets terrible. It's okay for me to do this because of that. No. You already misunderstood the whole fact.
Exactly. There's a guy on YouTube that none of the atheist shows. We don't say his name, but he's 22-ish.
No, he don't even know shit.
Exactly. But he wants the government to regulate the LGBT community, and he wants them to be executed for being LGBT. And he gets that from the Bible. And that's what scares me, because he's so young and he doesn't know. But that's what's been that's how he was indoctrinated.
See, you know, I mean, I grew up with learning the same thing. But when our priest gets taken away because what he's doing,
exactly,
and how many other priests in this Catholic community here in New Mexico is doing what they're doing, like, come on. Exactly. And, you know what I mean? That's just being young, ignorant, uneducated. And you know, obviously he can't think for himself. And it's unfortunate.
It is.
I'm not going to sit here and bash him. I don't know they're doing whatnot. That he needs to learn. I mean, I'm not going to say, a lot of people say it's popular to be the other way right now. It's always been popular. It's always been a thing. What was accepted and what was you're supposed to be out in public is a different thing.
Exactly.
But it's always been there. Always been there.
Exactly.
You can read the book and find it. Like, you're like, come on, like.
Everybody's saying that there's more transgenders now. The same amount. They're just open.
Yeah. We did not know about it. Yeah, and you know, it's just educational.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Also.
And when I hear people like freaking out about it, I just, like, you got a smile and grin, like, wow. You know, and I tell them you're uneducated. Well, you're 40 years old. You've been around here for a long time. Well, yeah. So listen to me. You know what I mean? And instead of memorizing all these rap songs that are totally ridiculous on the radio, grab a book. Even if it's not even your book, read it.
Book.
Yeah, any book. I'll give you green eggs and ham so you can actually discuss something decent.
Exactly.
Because your conversations are ridiculous.
The one thing that tripped me out the most, my wife grew up Catholic too. She was, what are those, the schooling that you go through?
CCD.
Catechism?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did all that stuff too. And I was telling her how there's 66 different books in the Bible, and we were talking about like how there's other books outside the Bible that's not canon, and she didn't know that. Like, she didn't know there was other stuff outside the Bible because they didn't teach her that. It's like they don't want them to know there's other stuff out there.
That goes in any schooling system, period. This is what we want you to know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just, and like you and I both know, you got to further educate yourself. If you go to class all day and you don't come home and have questions about it or research it more, then you're back like that kid we're just talking about. Exactly. That's what they said. That's what and then you're ridiculous. I don't need to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
and it's I don't understand how society today, like, you know, they say the one thing, oh, that's it, that, oh shit, it was on Fox, CNN, game over. What the, come on, like now, this right here, you have more information in this darn little thing than you could ever possibly find out.
And they think the first thing they look up is the answer.
Yeah. No.
Multiple resources.
And no, this is it.
Yep.
Word said and done. Like, it drives me bananas that, you know, I'm not even the greatest, smartest person or anything, you know. I graduated high school. I should have gone to college. Could I have? Yeah, I did. Did I choose not to? I did. Did I continue my education? Yes. Because that's why I saw what I was learning in high school. I was like, where is this gonna get me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We're in a trade field, and through this one trade, I could do multiple positions.
Exactly.
I could take care of myself, my family, and whatnot. You know, and you know, the schooling help, yeah. But I think learning, I think school should be more tailored. You know,
I think schooling should be tailored toward the student instead of the class.
Because nobody understands or learns on the same curve or any of that. It makes it harder, but you know what they're teaching us, even like you said, like your wife didn't learn about the other side of the bugs.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that all just falls down to the system. So we should always question everything.
I mean, half of that is her fault too for not wanting to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But even just saying, "Hey, there's other stuff. Go look at it." That's took half a second.
Yeah, nothing's absolute in my book. Now, if you say something, I'm like, ha, of course not.
Yeah.
You did 2 + 2 is 4. Hold on a minute. hold on. I'm gonna rework this one because I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there who will disprove that. You know what I mean? For some odd reason.
Could be 5. I don't know.
Yeah, you know. But it all boils back down to like where we kind of like drew off there. But faith, you know, like to really believe in and educating yourself, and like I said, like a higher power. And I really learned that higher power, and I really didn't understood it until I had to do AA.
Okay.
I had to do that, and man, I fought those meetings up and down. Man, I showed up to more meetings than I could show up to just to fight those people because there were so many people that just nope. There it is.
Yep.
That's what it said. Come on, you Jumanji, like. If you need to follow this book just like that, then why are you here with me? No. You're just falling into another stream. Falling into another lane. No, man.
I think they replace a bad addiction
with another. And it is unfortunate. A lot of people, almost everybody, if you really put it to you have an addictive personality. What it is.
Yeah.
You know, and it's always gonna be up to you to decide how much you allow that. Because it could easily take over. Easily.
Yep.
Like these people, man. I've never seen more people find the Bible in jail. They were out there running the streets, running amok. All of a sudden, I'm in jail. I found the Lord. The Lord ain't gonna help you in here.
No.
They're still gonna get you. And not even the split second they're out that door, they lost it again.
The same thing.
They lost it again.
Yep.
Now, I mean, if I had to talk to anybody, you need to find a religion, just send your ass to jail. You're gonna find it real quick.
Yeah, but is that the grounds that they need to find it?
They don't believe in anything until they need help.
Exactly. That goes back to I'll do this for a reward.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just like I was saying, with like back to religion again. You're asking for something.
exactly.
You're asking for something.
So let's go with that. Do you think prayer works?
I do.
Okay. Tell me why.
Man, I've seen it. I'm here to live in proof of it. Man, I shouldn't even be here right now, honestly.
But I personally know you, and I know how much of a fighter you are. So even without those prayers, the people helped, but you were what fought.
I fought. But then once again, here we go to faith. Would you believe it? Did I have the strength on my own?
Yes, I believe you did. I think the people that were there helped show you, but I don't think the prayers had anything to do with it. I think it was the people coming together for you.
And if they didn't believe that the Lord was going to help them, put their energy into them and give it to me.
But I would have been there for you, and I didn't care.
And I have a lot of friends that were there for me that believe the same shit as you, same thing. Oh, but where does somebody get that energy from? Where what I mean? Of course they were going to do it anyway. But just the extra output, you know what? And same thing as love. Love is a big, strong thing.
Yeah, but we can test for love to a certain extent. We can't.
Can you do the same thing here?
You can't test for prayer. There's been studies for prayer, and it's
because you're asking for something. You're like I said, I don't ask for anything specific. I ask for strength, knowledge.
But that's
nothing specific. I can't say, "Oh man, help me out of this. I don't want to be Freddy Krueger the rest of my life." But did I have like the doctors, or did I have my girlfriend at the time? You know what I mean? Did I have people bringing me nourishing food and everything
exactly
to help me along?
Exactly. That was the community helping you. That could be a secular community helping you without the prayers.
It could be. Maybe they did it on their own. But to all these different people, all these different religions, this is what helped them, give them the push to come help me. Because am I that great of a person really to come help them? Come on.
Why not?
I mean,
why is one person better than the other person?
Nobody is. But does anybody really truly like me? Am I honestly a jerk?
Sometimes.
You know what I mean? And to watch somebody overcome all of that to help me, we'll push them over that edge. Because I know I'm like, and I try not to be this way, but and I told myself a million times, I'm not going to help that person. And that is a ridiculous thing to say, because if you need help, you have to be there. And even if you hate the person, they need the help.
Exactly.
And I struggle with it all the time. Do I help? Yes.
That's because you are a good person.
But where does all that goodness or what my mindset comes back to? What I learned. I have to be the bigger, better person. The Lord chooses me to believe. Come on. No matter what they did to you, know how wrong they wronged you. You like I said, it goes back to my education. You have to step up. And so that goes back to my religion.
See, you would be there for me.
Oh, yeah.
I would be there for you. There's nothing different. You believe and I don't believe. So why does it have to be a higher power